Mike from the ATV guys, and we're continuing a bit on our cold series. Yeah, it's winter, it's cold. We're talking about how to keep your feet warm if you, when you know, especially if you're riding a side by side, you don't get much foot movement, especially if you're a passenger. Less foot movement. An ATV is the same. Some heat is you can appreciate some heat. So we'll start with the basic stuff, which is the chemical foot warmers. These are hand warmers you can still use for feet. These you put at the tip of your boot. But the best ones I've used up to now, it's a full insole which heats all of your feet from top to the heel. These are pretty cheap. I got these on Amazon. They vary in price depending on the quality of the product. So cheap, works, but it's a one-use situation. What do you do if you want something that's reusable? Well, first ones I tested is the Thermacell, but now there's another brand. I'll show you the brand here. They kind of reworked the brand. These are wireless lithium ion soles that are heated. They only heat here. You see, they've been used. I've used these quite extensively. I've had these for 3 years now. They still work. There's a little switch back here. You can switch them, and there's the input for the recharge. I'll be brutally honest with this. At high heat settings, you've got about an hour and a half. Medium, 2 2.25. Low heat, about you maybe make it 3 hours. They're not very powerful, but they'll keep your feet warm. It's decent. Thing is these are quite expensive though. The new model that came out should be a bit more powerful, better batteries. It's still $210 from our friends at atvguys.ca. Link below for the description. In the description, they're decent, but the only thing is the thickness of it makes your foot. Sometimes if your boots are not that loose, the fit of your boot won't be that great. I have a hard time recommending these unless you have big, large boots. Yeah, I practically don't use these anymore. Now, you might be tempted with socks. These are junk I bought on Amazon. They come with a little box and you can put 4 batteries. Use alkalines, trust me. There's one setting, it's on or off, and it wants to cook it'll cook your foot, seriously. And it's heating on the top of the foot, but this one is on top. Usually it's under, has to be under. This goes on top, and with 4 alkaline batteries, it'll last you about an hour, tops, and they die down. So I think I'm gonna cut it. And this is how they're built inside. I turned them inside out. You can see it's only one heated wire that goes on here. The wire is tucked into this little sleeve and comes out and connects to that little box that I forgot at home today. But don't even bother spending your money on this thing. This is absolute junk. If you want something better, I've had these. This is my 2nd season with them. This is called, the company's called Mobile Warming. These, now we're getting somewhere. I started these a little while back. This heats on the bottom, under your toes, which will keep, because it's always your toes that freeze. So no matter what, toes will freeze. I'll show you the construction. This is how it's built on the inside. This is a pad. There's no wire. It's just like a very soft pad that actually warms up and keeps your toes warm. So this is how they look. The wire is tucked in to the construction of the unit, and you barely don't feel the wire. The cheap Amazon ones, you feel the wire all the way down. So it's pretty much tucked in there. I like the way this is built. And the construction, you can see there's much more material to keep your foot warm. Let's say you ran out of battery. This is a much better sock. Looks like this in real life. And this is the battery pack that goes with it. It's pretty big. It's 2200 milliwatt hour. And at high settings, the cool thing with these, at high settings, they'll last you about 3.5 hours. There's 4 settings. There's 25, 50, 75, and 100%. At 25%, these will last about 6.5 hours. And you always feel, you feel a nice little cushy heat at 25%. If you really want to cook, you can actually cook your feet at 100. It's a little bit too powerful. So keep it at 75 and you'll get 4 hours, around 4 hours of heat. So I like these a lot. And these are $166, always available at atvguys.ca, but they're distributed by Importation Thibault. So they are available at your local dealer across Canada around this price, $169 or something like that. So this is the best bang for the buck that I got. And this is how, there's a sleeve inside. That's how you tuck the battery in there. So you just pull out the battery. And this, the only downside is that the recharge time is about 6 hours. So, but this is what I use now. And to be honest, I don't go out in the trails without these things on my feet anymore. I love these things. So this is it. You can get these. This is not bad. This is nice, good and cheap. The Amazon socks, forget it, junk. And this is my choice, the mobile warming. It's you know, it's $166, but if you're freezing, the fun stops there. Especially if you bring your wife along or your kids, daughter, son. If they freeze, the fun stops and you got to go back home. So that's it. Please, if you like what we do, take some time and subscribe to our YouTube channel, which is the ATV Guys. Join us on Facebook, ATV Guys Magazine, and we have a very large group of enthusiasts just like you, which is called the Canadian ATV UTV Nation on Facebook. We're also on Instagram, ATV Guys. So this is Mark. Behind the camera over there is Jason. Say hi. And we'll be back with some other reviews and real world reviews of products here on this channel. Thanks.